morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at Champion's Path. Now, we've had a look at Champion's Path. I have, in fact, shown you a pair of videos that between them show you pretty much all the products that we're getting. Now, remember, I should add that Champion's Path is a special set. You cannot just go and buy a booster pack of it, not even one with the awesome God of War artwork. You have to go and buy something like the Champion's Path Elite Trainer box, or one of those pin collections, in order to actually get any of the goodies. Okay. But I've seen an awful lot of misconceptions around Champion's Path. I've seen a lot of people wondering about certain things and stating other things as outright fact, which are not true, or at least, I suppose I should say, are extremely unlikely to be true. So I thought it was worth having a little bit of a chat and going through all the things that we know, or should I say that we're fairly sure we don't. And we might as well start off with Amazing Rares. Now, Amazing Rares are these new cards that came out in Japan in Legendary Beat. And they're very, very cool cards. And they're very, very rare. They're one a box over in Japan. And they all have weird attack costs, generally featuring 3 different kinds of energy. Like Jirachi, for instance. I love Jirachi. Very cool card. You get to search your deck for 7 energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like for a Psychic, a Fighting, and a Metal energy. Very good card. Are the Amazing Rares going to be in Champion's Path? No! They're not going to be in Champion's Path. I've seen a bunch of people saying that they are, and I can give you 3 good reasons why they're not. Reason number 1, these were in Legendary Heartbeat, or Legendary Beat, call it what you will, over in Japan, which was Sword and Shield 3A, which means they should be in Sword and Shield 4, Vivid Voltage over here. Now, to be fair, that logic falls down ever so slightly, because we know that Alchemy V and VMAXI have actually been brought forward from what should have been Vivid Voltage, because they were in Legendary Beat, into Champion's Path, but that is very much the exception. Reason number 2, why would they tell us about Champion's Path? Give us a press release, officially announce it, and this was announced in an official press release, and not mention that there is a new type of card coming in the set. That doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Seems like the kind of thing they probably would have mentioned in the announcement. Reason number 3, the next set is called Vivid Voltage, and the word vivid is most often used to describe colours. We describe colours as vivid fairly often. It's the only real time we ever hear that word used in ordinary conversation. So, to put it simply, ladies and gentlemen, for all of those reasons, and probably a couple others, do not expect Amazing Rares to be making an appearance in Champion's Path. They're just not going to. They would have been announced already, plus there are other reasons why it doesn't make sense. We're still going to get them. We're going to get them in Vivid Voltage. And remember that Champion's Path, the first sets come out at the end of September, and Vivid Voltage comes out in mid-November. So you're only talking like a 6-week wait between the sets anyway. So it's really not something you need to worry about too much. You won't be waiting long for the Amazing Rares, but you will be waiting a little bit more than Champion's Path. Now, the big question, and this is one to which I don't really have an answer, are we going to be getting Charizard VMAX Rainbow Rare in Champion's Path? Now, over in Japan, they've held these pre-release tournaments where top 4 gets a full art Charizard V, and the winner gets a Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX. To be fair, they're not actually pre-release tournaments, but they are limited tournaments using Legendary Beat, so I'm kind of going with it. You get 10 packs and a bunch of energy, and you have to go and make your deck. Very, very cool. How's it coming over here? And the thing is, we don't actually know. And there are reasons to believe that we will get Charizard VMAX, and reason to believe we won't. Now, the Elite Trainer box, we know, has got the full art in. We know for a fact that the Elite Trainer box has the full art, so that's not even remotely controversial. There are a whole bunch of people who have basically gone around saying, right, look at the Elite Trainer box. It has got a Charizard, or Gigantamax Charizard, which is used as the base of Charizard VMAX, on the box, and on the book, and on the sleeves. And on the face of it, we would go, well, okay, that must mean that Charizard VMAX is coming in the set. It is worth noting that the regular Charizard VMAX is in Darkness Ablaze, the new set which is coming out about as I record this, depending how you look at it. Pre-releases have happened, but the set doesn't actually launch for another 3 days, technically. So Charizard VMAX, we know, is in Darkness Ablaze. It's all about the Rainbow Rare and where that's coming. And on the one hand, yes, the Elite Trainer box seems to say, hey, it's in the set. On the other hand, the press release specifically told us that we are going to be getting 3 VMAXs in the set. We were specifically told that there would be 3 VMAXs in Champion's Path. Not only that, but we have got booster pack artwork showing Alchemy VMAX, Dreadnought VMAX, and Gardevoir VMAX, which does confirm, it really does confirm that those are going to be the 3 VMAXs that are going to be in this set proper. That's just the way it is. That does not necessarily mean that we're not going to be getting Charizard VMAX, but it makes it less likely. Essentially, the argument, the hope is that we're only getting 3 proper VMAXs, but the Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAX is being chucked in as a little bit of an extra, just the VMAX. And it wasn't mentioned in the press release where they specifically said there were 3 VMAXs, because it doesn't really count, because only the Rainbow Rare is in there, not the regular version. I believe we have actually seen this before, press releases, because we've seen, Tapu Bulu was a promo, and then you got the Fuller and the Rainbow Rare in a later set. So we have seen this before, and I want to say that the press release gave us a number of Pokemon GXs and it wasn't in there. Or I believe there was one set, at least, where they did tell us a number of GXs, Vs, whatever, but left out some that were only coming as secret rares. We've had sets before that only bring in Pokemon as secret rares. So maybe, but I am skeptical. The thing is, we can look at the Elite Trainer box and go, oh, it's definitely going to be in the set. And we can look at Pokemon literally telling us there's going to be 3 VMAXs in the set. And then look at the artwork on the booster packs, which clearly confirms what those 3 VMAXs are. And that could be proof that we're not getting it in the set. This is the one mystery to me. But the misconception here is, I've seen a lot of people saying it is confirmed as being in the set. It is not confirmed as being in the set. And honestly, if it is in the set, then Pokemon were a little bit cheeky in the way they worded the press release. Now, another thing I've seen mooted around, this is not Hidden Fates Part 2. Remember that Hidden Fates, when it came around, was basically kind of a 2-part set. So you had the regular Hidden Fates, cards like Jolteon were amongst the highlights, and then you had Shiny Vault, which was a whole bunch of shiny Pokemon, including that Charizard. We have not been given any information that that is going to be the case here. We have been given no inkling that that might be the case, and we don't really have any sets over in Japan that have had a whole bunch of shiny Pokemon that we're waiting on. Now, around about Christmas time, there is a new mini set coming over in Japan with a bunch of products like the Shiny Crobat V-Box. It's called Shiny Star V, the set. And that is going to have a whole bunch of new shiny Pokemon. That has been confirmed. When that comes over here, which is likely to be the equivalent set in a year's time, i.e. the special set next September, October, November, then we can start talking about having a whole bunch of shiny cards. At that stage, it is pretty much confirmed. I would be stunned if that didn't happen, but we're a year away. No, there is no chance that we are getting these shiny cards a couple months ahead of Japan. And also, No, 3 months ahead, pretty much. But also, that's another thing that would have been mentioned in the press release. And I haven't seen that many people talking about it, but it does bear just a little bit of a mention here. There are actually a bunch of cards from the Sun and Moon era that we're still missing. Now, for me, it's the Meowth that lets you discard a wait and see hammer from your hand and draw 2 cards, or the Alolan Meowth. I love that card. Kind of pointless now because wait and see hammer is rotating, which is sad. That's the one I really want. Of course, there are things like Full Art Balauber and Bryson Man that just never made its way out over here. We never got Full Art Balauber and Bryson Man. It's not coming in this set. There is no way it's coming in this set. Because it's not a Sun and Moon set, it's a Sword and Shield set. Now there is a possibility we get a separate set later on. Remember the X and Y set did have, or the X and Y block, did have that ridiculous box that came with loads of full art cards, and then weirdly 2 booster packs that did come along after the X and Y block had ended. As in, by the time it came out, the premium X and Y collection, that's what it was. By the time it came out, like, all the cards in it had rotated, which was really weird. We can't rule out that we'll get something like that to essentially wrap up the Sun and Moon block. Still on the card, still coming later on. But I can say with a fair amount of certainty, those cards are not going to be in Champion's Path. It is a Sword and Shield set. We're not going to get a bunch of catch-up Sun and Moon cards. I do need to give a shout-out at this stage to the lovely Primal Lugia. Yeah, that lovely dude again. We were literally having a conversation about this the other day, and though I did plan to do this video anyway, that conversation with him was what really spurred me on to do it so quickly, and also we did chat about a bunch of this stuff, so probably fair to say a couple of the ideas and points in here probably came from him. Lovely dude. If you're not following him on Twitter, you probably should be. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've talked about a bunch of stuff that Champion's Path isn't. That does not mean it's not super exciting. I am hyped. I'm going to buy a bunch of this set. But I'd like to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the VMAXI, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, or you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.